Today we're going to be learning Burgmuller's Tender Grieving. It comes from a collection called, 25 Easy and Progressive Studies, and it's Opus 100. The most popular one probably from this collection is the Arabesque, which we learned last semester, and we also learned the Ballade. And then it has so many more, and all of them have very specific titles like Tarantella, Tender Grieving, Consolation, Rapid Stream, Chatterbox. So it's very fun. That was a common thing to do in the Romantic era, and Burgmuller is a Romantic era's pianist and composer, and to give a specific title instead of calling a sonatina this, sonatina that, minuet this, minuet that. Romantic era had very specific titles. So it already kind of gives you an image in mind when you see that the title is called Tender Grieving, right? It's a grievance of some sort. And it's in the key of G minor, very appropriately so. And let's see, the form of the piece. It's in two-part form, and it's part A and part B. So in a lot of these pieces, Burgmuller brings back A. So it's more of a three-part thing, A, B, A. But in Tender Grieving's case, it's only two parts, but each part repeats with different endings. So once you reach the first ending in the first part, you have to go all the way back to the beginning and then repeat. And then after that, skip to the second ending and then go into the B section. And when you reach the end of the B section, then you also have to repeat from the double bar, which is like where the really short staccatos start, and there's also a second ending at the end. All right, let's dig into it. So we're gonna take a look at the left hand first, and it's got this figure where it goes the 16th note, 1 E and a 2 E and a 1. And the key to playing this piece really well is making that, repeating 16 note figure really, really gently. So very, very light, and my hand's gonna be more or less like weightless, and then I'm just gonna kind of rotate a little bit and then play those figures. And you can do like kind of a flatter fingers, and it's gonna be blended in. I'm probably gonna add a little pedal and make sure last note is tapered off. So we're gonna gently release the last note. So let's try playing the left hand only from measures 1 through 8. Okay, 1 and 2 and ready go. 1 and now we're gonna move to C minor. So maybe slightly louder because it's something new. Now it's got a melodic figure. So for that you want to project because left hand is so low range. This is pick up the measure 5, 2, 3, and right hand takes over the 16 note figure, right? So left hand is the part of the melody, and right hand's gonna take over the melody there. And then it's got measure 8 first ending, C, B flat. There's a diminuendo and poco ritardando there, which means to slow down a little bit, poco ritardando, and diminuendo. So, but you don't have to get too soft or too slow, but just enough so that it shows. And then transitions back to the beginning. And I forgot to mention that the word dolente in the opening means sad, like sadness. So, obviously, if you're grieving about something, you're going to be sad, right? So let's play left hand that much again. And I'll count 1 and 2 and ready, go. And now C minor, back to G minor. Now melody 1, 2, 3, melody G, 2, 3, the and 4 and B, C, B, A repeats. let's take a look at the right hand part now for first 4 measures. And I'm going to play right hand with left hand just block chords. Okay, so do have a listen. It starts on D with number 5, and I'm going to prepare. Always prepare your notes with your arm. So since it's sad, I'm probably going to attack a little slower into the keys with sadness. Ready, and 1, 2, now go to G, 2, now go to here. Highest note so far, right? Now let's. So these notes, as you can tell by the melodic makeup, they belong together. And it's the same rhythm for measures 1, 2, 3, right? It's a half note tied to an eighth note, and then followed by like a 3 note pick up to the next. And you can lean into, or lead in, and also lead into the downbeat after those pickup notes. And the right hand, since on this camera view it's kind of hard to see my arms, and it's gonna go long note. I'm gonna use my arms, and I'm gonna walk, walk, walk long, and then walk, walk, walk long, and 3 and 4 and 1. So you have this kind of nice round shape for those longer notes. So let's try 4 measures again, and this time with the full left hand and the right hand with the arms moving. 1 E, we'll do it slow. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, and ready, go. And lead here. Now louder here, most, and back to. Now this is the moment where the left hand is going to take over, right? So let's take a look at what right hand has. So it's right hand's turn to be softer in measure 5, and it has A, C, A, C, D, C, D, C, A. So just really make sure that your thumb is nice and light. So 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 1, and G minor. Okay, so that's measures 5 and 6. Let's play that with the pickup to measure 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, right hand soft. Now they're both melody. It's like they take over, right? Okay, so left hand leads in and right hand takes over on G. But there's a sforzando written on it. Sforzando is kind of a ringing accent, so you're gonna use your arm and lean into that G, and that's the high point. Transition, that's the first ending. And how to pedal this section is in the beginning. Basically so all these are going to be a pedal, and then you're going to lift for the moving notes until you get to measure 7, where and then change here and then hold. So it's pedal and then change on the second beat and hold, change, and then every beat has to change. And the same thing at 4 second ending. Okay, so now let's do the first A section again, and we'll do it at 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and nice tempo like this, but we'll take the repeat. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so nice and tall. I have to remind myself too. And ready, go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and more here. Change, pedal, transition. has like a little upside down triangle, and that stands for staccatissimo, which means super short staccato. But seems kind of weird all of a sudden to go like super duper short, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pedal. We're gonna keep it short. I'm gonna use my fingertip to play it kind of like this. And it's only piano. It starts at piano, so I'm not gonna play it very loud. But I'm gonna pedal every beat. I'm gonna change so that it goes something like that. Or you can opt to go no pedal for first two measures and then add pedal. That might be a good creative way to pedal too. So two options. You can pedal every beat and then do a crescendo, or you can go no pedal and pedal. That's up to you. And then so it's obvious that it builds into that forte, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 measures into the B section. So what you want to do is you want to paste this as one level, and then another level, and finally the loudest, yeah. And those staccatos, stay close to the keys. You don't want this. That's kind of obnoxious. So it's gonna be left hand is also same thing over and over again. It's gonna be super soft, and think that it gets deeper as it goes on. So I'm not jumping out of keys much at all. I'm just going like this, and I start light, and then I get a little deeper. So, because I associate grieving with something less flippant, right? So even though it's staccatissimo, you have to stay close to the keys. And let's try it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4 and 1. Now stay loud. So it's a set, and then it has a pickup to repeat of that. So let me explain what's going on a little bit in the left hand. Left hand has a really nice linear line, starting from measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth measure after the double bar of the second ending. So if you count first and second ending as one measure, or as different measures, then B section starts at measure 10, right? So this figure starts at measure 14, 1 and 2. You want to keep it really light, but really feel this chromatic line. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and you can change pedal according to those left hand. So you go one pedal here, another, and do legato. Oh, I did the right hand too soon. And then it's loud and soft. Now pick up second level, deeper one, loudest here. And for the second ending, do a little ritardando. So that's a very brief introduction to this piece. Obviously there's more going on, and we can analyze it more in class. I'm a little rusty, haven't recorded for a while, so might take me a few repeats. I mean, few sessions to get used to this again. All right. So welcome back, and see you again soon.